Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Preeti and this is the first lesson in the series of English grammar tenses. Starting from today, I'll be covering all the tenses and their parts, which will give us approximately 12 videos. And as I mentioned in my last video that tenses are an integral part of English grammar, I'm sure you do not want to miss on any of these videos. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe to my channel now. Press the bell icon button so that you are the first one to get notifications about my new videos. Hit the like button, share with your friends and keep motivating me. Let's get started. In today's lesson, we are going to learn about the simple present tense, which is the easiest of all the tenses. We are going to learn how it is used by looking at some examples and how to form the simple present tense, that is the rule of this tense. So make sure you watch the video till the end to get a complete understanding about this part of the tenses. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will definitely answer all your queries. Simple present tense is the first part of the present tense. It is also known as present indefinite tense. So let's first understand where do we use this tense by looking at a few examples. The first point is when we talk about the facts, something which is always true. For example, the sky is blue, the earth revolves around the sun is a big ball of fire. So all these are facts. This is something which is always true and we cannot change it. So whenever we talk about the facts or something which is always true, we make use of the simple present tense. The second point is when we talk about actions that happen regularly or repeatedly, we use simple present tense. For example, I go for a walk every morning. She goes to gym every day. He takes the bus to the office. So these are some of the actions that happen regularly, that happen daily, or that happen repeatedly. So to talk about certain things that happen on regular basis, we use simple present tense. Next, we use simple present tense to talk about habitual actions. We all know some or the other person who has developed some or the other kind of habit. For example, he smokes a lot. So smoking is his habit. I pray before I begin my day. So praying is a habit for me. John brushes his teeth twice in a day. So that is a habit. Now habits could either be positive or negative, but whenever we have to talk about any habitual actions, we use simple present tense. Next, we use simple present tense to talk about things that are permanent or generally true. For example, my family lives in India. So this is a permanent situation. Now this might change after a few years, but for now it is permanent. So we will use simple present tense. Now talking about permanent things is completely different from talking about the facts, because facts are the things we cannot change, but the permanent things or generally true things are true or permanent for now, for current situation. However, they might change in near future. Let's have a look at another example. It rains a lot during the rainy season. We speak English at work. So where I'm working currently, we are supposed to talk in English to each other. Now tomorrow, if I change my job, I might not have to talk in English. But for now, this situation is permanent. So to describe anything which is true or permanent for the current scenario, we will use simple present tense. I'm sure you have watched my previous video about the overview of tenses. In that video, I have also mentioned the basic sentence structure, which is subject plus verb plus the object. So subject could be first person, that is I, could be second person, that is you, or it could be third person, that is he or she. So when we form the simple present tense for the first and second person, we use the base form of the verb. And for the third person, we add an S or ES to the base form of the verb. You would better understand it by looking at these examples. When I'm talking about the first person, I speak English at home. When I'm talking about the second person, you speak English at home. Now when I'm talking about the third person, she speaks English at home. So I'm sure you noticed how speak changes to speaks in the third person. So the simple rule is that we form the simple present tense by using the base form of the verb for first and second person, and we add an S or ES depending upon what the word is for the third person. Now, to form a negative sentence in the simple present tense, we make use of don't and doesn't for almost all the verbs. Let's have a look at an example. If the positive sentence is I speak English, the negative sentence would be I don't speak English. For second person, if the positive sentence is you speak English, the negative sentence would be you don't speak English. And for the third person, we will replace don't with doesn't. So the sentence would be she speaks English, but the negative sentence would be she doesn't speak English. Let's have a look at a few examples for don't and doesn't. She doesn't want to go to the party. It doesn't move. They don't live here. I don't speak German. Okay, now is the time for some interrogation. Interrogation means to ask questions. So in its interrogative form, the simple present tense is used to ask questions related to situations that are habitual or repetitive in nature. So in interrogative sentences, the sentence begins with do or does plus the subject plus the verb in its base form. Let's have a look at some examples. Do you work in a school? Do you speak English at home? Does she work at a police station? Or does he live here? I'm sure you noticed that all of these sentences either started with do or does. So that's how we ask questions using the simple present tense. So just like in the affirmative and negative sentences, in the interrogative sentences also we are using the base form of the verb. Live, work, speak. The only difference is the question begins with do or does. I really hope that you're able to understand whatever I taught you in this lesson. But if any part is not clear and you have any questions in your mind, do leave them in the comments. I will definitely answer all your questions. Make sure you watch all my future videos to understand all the parts of the tenses. Don't forget to share with your friends. And I will see you in my next video. Till then, take care and stay safe.